I'm here with Christine Mayer, the incoming president of GAR Foundation and a member of Leadership Akron's board, and also a graduate of Class 24. And we're here at our new offices at Leadership Akron, and just wanted to pick your brain a little bit, Christine, as you head into a new role. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And what are, as you look at kind of what led to this achievement, what are some of the experiences that and people who've shaped your leadership in our community?
Well, clearly my Leadership Akron class experience. And actually that really was a critical career building and network building experience for me in the Akron community a handful of years ago that has led to relationships that I continue to draw upon on a very regular basis. So that's been critical. As well, my long-standing mentoring relationship with Rob Briggs, the current president of GAR, who has been a mentor and a teacher to me for multiple decades now. So that's kind of come to fruition over a long period of time.
Great, it's exciting. So there's been a lot of continuity at GAR, and the transition from Rob to Christine has been very smooth. And yet each leader kind of puts their own stamp on an organization. So what do you hope or anticipate might be some of the hallmarks of your tenure, maybe in a decade or two?
Well, one thing that, a seed that I think Rob planted and that I hope to water and feed and encourage very, very intensively in my leadership will be having two-way relationships with the grantees. I mean, in sort of the olden days, foundation work was just, the grantees were treated almost as supplicants. They came in and a check was written, and that was it was a very transactional kind of behavior. And I see a huge amount of value in having more of a two-way relationship and communication with grantees. So I would hope that a hallmark of my leadership will be that grantees feel that GAR always has an open door and is really not only listening to their suggestions but acting on them and being a really creative partner. I think we can do some new stuff that much of it is low cost and pretty easy to do. We're just sort of well positioned to connect people in different ways using groups like Leadership Akron, which are the primary connectors in the Akron area. So I think you're going to see more of that two-way communication and creativity. Great.
One thing I remember Rob saying to me when he was our program officer on a Leadership Akron grant was that, regardless of the outcome, there was a commitment that, whatever applicant was under review, that it would be better off by the end of the process. And certainly building on that ethic of, not so much transactional, but a relational, partner-oriented enterprise of shaping the community.
Absolutely. Absolutely true.
So we're proud to call you a graduate and a board member of Leadership Akron. How have you seen the impact of our work and Leadership Akron's mission, in both as a funder in the community and also personally as a graduate?
Well, as a funder, I see Leadership Akron on the board and on the staff of almost every grantee that we interact with at GAR. So really the footprint of Leadership Akron's program in the nonprofit community here just can't be overstated. It's pretty amazing. And when you think that all those people who are now fanned out across the community and populating all these different organizations have received the kind of high quality training and experiences that Leadership Akron provides, I think that's sort of the multiplier effect that we see from the funders' perch. On a personal level, I still have a lot of really great friends from my class experience, and as well when I interact with some of my classmates at the organizations where they work that maybe are funders with us, it kind of greatly accelerates this process of leveling the playing field and having a colleague-to-colleague kind of interaction, as opposed to the olden days of philanthropy where it was a one-sided kind of a dynamic. So I think where I walk into Boys and Girls Clubs and I see my classmate Teresa LeGrare heading up the work there, we just automatically have sort of the rapport and the respect for one another to have a really great open dialogue, and that happens an awful lot of places.
Great. Well, that's certainly what Leadership Akron is all about, is helping leaders cross boundaries and in ways that are relational and developmental for them and our community as well. And really appreciate how you exemplify that, and thanks for taking a few minutes to chat as you head into a new role.
Sure. Thank you for having me.